I DJ'd for Mos Def, and we went over to London for some shows, and Destiny's Child was performing there. And I don't know if you know this, and don't tell anybody if you don't, but Mos Def kind of used to mess with.
Say what now? Beyoncé and Mos Def, aka Yassine Bey, like Bey for Beyoncé, allegedly had a thing back in the day. And rumor has it, this is the other guy Jay-Z had to step aside for. Because, tell me why, soon after this rumored relationship, Jay-Z and Beyoncé officially started dating? Child, we've all heard the whispers that Jay-Z was messing with Bey before going official when she was older, so it's totally possible Mos Def got caught in the middle and had to dip. But here's the kicker, if the word on the street is anything to go by, now that Jay-Z might be heading for a major fall, people are finally spilling all the tea about what they went through with him, including some alleged drama tied to Mos Def's death. So, exactly what's this tea we're talking about? Honey, I hope you're sitting down because it's juicy. Back in 2001, Beyoncé was still holding it down with Destiny's Child but was already plotting world domination. Before she was Sasha Fierce, before Dangerously in Love, before Formation, Bey was out here making her acting debut in Carmen, a hip-hop era. And guess who was right there, sharing the screen? None other than Mos Def. Carmen, a hip-hop era wasn't just a movie, it was a snapshot of an era when hip-hop was breaking into Hollywood, proving artists could do it all. Beyoncé and Mos Def were right in the middle of that moment. The film was basically a hip-hop spin on the classic opera Carmen, set in gritty urban streets, full of drama and betrayal. Beyoncé played Carmen, and Mos Def had a role that put him right in her mix. And girl, they had scenes together, spicy scenes. For Beyoncé, Carmen was her first real taste of acting and rapping outside the safety net of Destiny's Child. This was her flex, showing she wasn't just another group member. After working with Mos Def on that project, rumors started flying that they took their relationship off screen too. Now, neither Beyoncé nor Mos Def ever publicly confirmed a romantic relationship. Their public interactions were mostly professional. But the whispers? Oh, they were loud. In fact, Cy once recounted a weekend he spent with Destiny's Child early in Beyoncé's career, before she blew up. At first, he wasn't that impressed with Beyoncé, thinking she was just a pop singer, but later found her to be mad cool. And during that story, he specifically mentioned that Beyoncé and Mos Def were definitely messing around.
I DJ'd for Mos Def, and we went over to London for some shows, and Destiny's Child was performing there. And I don't know if you know this, and don't tell anybody if you don't, but Mos Def kind of used to mess with Beyoncé.
But that's not all Cypher sounds spilled. He also revealed that he later worked with Pharrell, and said Beyoncé and Pharrell kind of fooled around a little too, though he made it clear they never went all the way. He even mentioned that Pharrell once commented on Beyoncé's very soft backside. And then, Cypher described how awkward it was when Jay-Z was introducing Beyoncé as his girl.
Jay-Z is about to introduce me to her. We're at the 4040 nightclub, and he's about to introduce me to her, and he's like kind of awkward. He's like, yo, this is my girl, you know, Beyoncé. And she gave me the look, like, which if you don't know how to read, Jamaican girl, what is that?
Allegedly, even when Beyoncé was dating Jay-Z, Mos Def still wanted her. And if there's one thing we've learned over the years, it's that Jay-Z doesn't take kindly to anyone wanting Beyoncé. Apparently, when he caught wind of this, things got complicated. Could this hidden tension have fueled Mos Def's frustration and so-called disappearance? Was stepping away Mos Def's way of keeping the peace, or was he pushed out of certain circles because he knew too much? The truth is, Mos Def didn't just wake up one day and vanish from the industry. He got fed up. He openly said he was done with the music and recording business as it currently stands, Hollywood included. But some say his disappearance might also have something to do with Jay-Z. Even after finding out Beyoncé and Jay-Z were officially together, Mos Def reportedly kept pursuing her, and Jay-Z allegedly had to step in because he saw the chemistry between them. To a lot of people, it wouldn't be surprising if Jay-Z pushed Mos Def out because of whatever was going on between him and Beyoncé. After all, we've seen other artists go through similar situations, like Sean Paul, for example.
But there was a mix-up in terms of on the video shoot. When I got there the night before the video shoot, I was told I'm not in any scene with her, which to me at the time, the way I was thinking about the video was totally different. I thought we were gonna kind of act something out. So I guess with the rest of my team and everybody in Jamaica wanted to see me paired up with a star that she'd become huge. We're kind of disappointed, so people kind of got like that vibe, like, oh man, what's happening? And then rumors started to happen, and you know, we did several performances together. But
There was a time when Sean Paul was asked about his hit collaboration with Beyoncé, Baby Boy. Sean said they didn't really hang out, but he always admired her music and beauty. When he heard Beyoncé was stepping out on her own and wanted him for a single, he was like, hell yeah. He thought the song would be R&B, but it ended up being dancehall, something that really fired him up. He even called the track a banging hit, but here's the thing, despite the song's massive success, Sean Paul only got to perform Baby Boy with Beyoncé 3 times. And that bothered him. Why? Because rumors started swirling that something was going on between them, and it affected their performances. Sean recalled, I had people working with me for years say, boss, I'm now a fan of yours. I was like, wait, now? We just did 3 shows. One of those was at Reggae Sunfest in 2003, during the Rock the Mic tour. Beyoncé wasn't on the tour every day, but she'd show up for certain dates to perform Crazy in Love with Jay-Z. The second time they were set to perform together, things got weird. Sean was in LA doing his show, and then Beyoncé was performing. He was told to stick around because they'd do Baby Boy together. The crowd went wild, but halfway through, Sean noticed the energy drop. Confused because he was giving it his all, he went backstage to find his own band pissed off. They said, man, your mic was off, we couldn't hear you. Turns out, someone had sabotaged his performance by cutting his mic. At first, Sean thought it was a glitch, but when it happened again, he knew someone was out to get him. They had another scheduled performance at an MTV event in Scotland. The rehearsal went smoothly, with Sean supposed to rise up from under the stage and then walk center stage with Beyoncé surrounded by fire, everything as planned. But during the performance, when it was Sean's part to say, yo, top girl, the track just kept repeating, Baby Boy, you stay. Sean was like, what's going on here? After this, Beyoncé confronted Sean about the dating rumors because they were messing with her career. Sean told her, look, I met Jay before you, and we're friends. If he feels some type of way, we should talk, because it's not coming from me. But Beyoncé's team made it clear, they would no longer work with Sean Paul. There was supposed to be one more performance at the VMAs, and Beyoncé told Sean they'd rehearse, but the day before, during a press day, Sean overheard Baby Boy being rehearsed without him. When he asked the label, they said, yo, they're not doing the song with you. Word on the street was that Beyoncé said behind the scenes Jay-Z felt threatened by Sean Paul's popularity and charisma. Allegedly, Jay-Z didn't want her sharing the stage with another man, especially one sparking rumors of an affair. Jay-Z reportedly accused her of having an affair with Sean and demanded she cut all contact with him. Beyoncé allegedly tried to reassure Jay-Z nothing was going on, but he didn't believe her. He became controlling and possessive, even hiring private investigators to follow her and Sean Paul around. All this was happening around the same time Mos Def allegedly still wanted Beyoncé. And this isn't unique to Sean Paul or Mos Def. There have been whispers about other men getting pushed out of the industry after getting too close to Beyoncé. To many, it wouldn't be surprising if something similar happened with Mos Def's disappearance or even his death. Now, if the word on the street is true, the days of being scared of HOV, Jay-Z, are over. People like Mos Def are allegedly ready to spill the real tea, especially now that Jay-Z isn't as untouchable as he once was. The cracks in the Carter empire are showing, public scandals, cheating rumors, the perfect image starting to crumble. Mos Def might feel like the time is finally right to speak his truth. Just imagine the bombshells he could drop, the secrets, the behind-the-scenes drama, the real reason he distanced himself, the power plays, maybe even how Jay-Z tried to silence him. If he talks, it could be explosive. Personally, I'm here for all of it. But hey, what do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.